Hey everyone, this week we're taking a look at a really amazing build by Outside Van. We take a look at a lot of builds here at VanClan, and I have to say this might go down as one of my favorites. This monster is on a dually 170 extended sprinter with 4-wheel drive. Outside Van builds everything custom and no build is the same. This particular one is ideal for adventurers looking to travel during their hunting experience. It has more features built into it than any other vehicle they've produced, and they like to say that John Wick himself would be happy with this vehicle. Alright, let's get into the interior. The inside is modular and allows you to modify the seating based on how many people are traveling. And if you're going solo, a leather bench seat can give you a more comfortable look out the side door. Next to that is the kitchen space. It houses an induction cooktop and sink. And below is a dual zone refrigerator, where each drawer can be set to a freezer or refrigerator individually. Above the kitchen and cab is tons of storage. And around the van, there are neatly placed storage items like a track where you can custom mount things you need, including removable stuff sacks across from the kitchen where you can hang your coats. You're probably wondering where the toilet is. It's tucked away under the bench by the door. The bed and lounge space is incredible. This space can turn to 3 different configurations. First up is the lounge mode, where there are 2 large leather couches with lots of wall storage hidden behind zip-down covers. There are large molly panels, which are basically the pegboards of the tactical world, and they're there thanks to the flares on the side of the van. It looks like they decided to use the flares for storage instead of extending the wall space to do wall-to-wall sleeping, which is a pretty cool idea. Second configuration is the bunk bed setup. The couches turn into a large bed and the electronic bed above moves to its mid position. And third, if you're a couple or on your own, you can position the bed all the way down to the top of the couch backs, and it becomes a full-size queen bed. Let me know what you guys think of this build. Would you actually want this? Comment below. The garage is crazy, and this is where it shows it's for adventurers. You can access it through the lounge area or through the rear doors. On one side of the garage is the shower pan, which has a waterproof wall liner around it that can hold anything you need. Opposite to that is the custom rack to hold 2 Pelican cases. And below is a table that can mount to different parts of the van. On the inside of the rear doors are more molly panels for storage. They say it's the ultimate gear closet, and I have to agree, this space is nuts. Outside Van also went all out with this build with a custom sound system. There's even speakers in the rear doors and a subwoofer in the couch space. Okay, so let's take a look at the nitty-gritty details of this van. The power system is a 630 amp hour lithium battery, which is mounted under the van in a heated battery compartment that kicks on in certain temperatures. There's a 2000 watt inverter for 120 volt power, and they even went as far as to install a second alternator, which is used to charge the battery system. Even the heating system is crazy. It's a hydronic S-bar, so it's not just pumping out dry heat for the air to heat up the space, but it's also the source for hot water from the 22-gallon or 83-liter water tank. Up top are three 45-watt solar panels. And I know what you're thinking, that's not a lot of solar, but I kind of get it. That's what the alternator is for. And the roof is meant to be a saved space for hanging out. Plus, there's a port on the side of the van to link more solar panels together and place them wherever you'd like. Honestly, I'm a sucker for bar work, lighting, and toys, so the exterior of this van doesn't disappoint. Front and back are big bumpers from backwoods, and on the front there are 4 extra rigid lights, which are basically spotlights, and a big winch with a 12,000-pound capacity. The back is a swing-out bumper, with the left side being a storage box for anything you don't want to come in the van, and the right is a spare tire carrier. Obviously, this van is built for adventure, so this kind of protection front and rear makes a lot of sense. With the size and weight of this build, they had to actually upgrade the suspension. They put in custom leaf springs, new Fox shocks, and they ultimately increased the ride height more than 2 inches. The metalwork on this van is really cool too, and from what I can gather, they do it all in-house. There are 2 custom ladders that lead to what they call a scouting platform. And there you can put up a custom hammock and bars to kind of hang out. Outside Van really wanted this to be capable of long-term off-grid living and didn't want this thing to really ever see a plug-in campground, and that really shows. It has a topographical vinyl wrap across the outside, and the amount of exterior lighting on this thing is crazy. There's over 500,000 lumens of light coming off the outside of this build. There are rock lights below the van, which are basically an underglow, and above the hood are 2 mounted ditch lights. On the front of the roof rack is a massive light bar. On the 2 sides of the van and even the rear, there are 2 extra spotlights. Even the scouting platform has lights. And get this, there is a roof-mounted floodlight on this van. Look at this thing. And so that's everything I can tell you about this build Launchpad. Personally, I think it's pretty darn cool. I mean, I'm super biased because I love all the toys on it, all the lights, all the bar work and the lift and everything. It's super cool. But let us know what you think. Would you actually want this rig? Comment below. And also make sure to subscribe because we have tons of van content coming out just like this one, including personal tours. See you next week.